Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back. Now we start this episode right away with what exactly a new cycle, and that is a new metropolis it's called. So let's have a look at that. This is one of the absolute last and newest, also latest cycles that last time I played this game wasn't even there yet. And we do have conveyor belts with that now. Belt mergers, train stations, greenhouses, advanced water pump, oh yes please, and warehouses, together with a whole bunch of upgrades for all of my previous buildings. Also it unlocks me machinery finally, right? I've been waiting for this because we need this already for some of my upgrades. End of the year is also upon us. Zero new people joined. We declined them. I need to stop the rapid growth that we have right now because my food is problematic to say the least. And yeah, also my annual ration balance dropped quite significantly with all of that. Now this cycle is really massive, and then there's only one more after this, and then we have reached the age of cold steel, right? But now we're here in a new metropolis. This is pretty great, and for this let's check out what kind of new research we have all the way now over here. So we basically finished this. I could still go for, by the way, the fishing harbor. Let's do this. It costs 41,000 knowledge, but we have a lot of knowledge. It's all about usually the paper that is limiting me. And then we are jumping right into these buggers here. Also the sawmill. I can't wait to see what that is, that we finally have an upgrade to my lumber mill. That should be glorious. More craftsmen worth, oh, only 2? Really? I paid 1,000 paper for this and only 2 of them managed to pass the test, and that is disappointing. Okay, the next purification plant is finished. We want to push more water, even though we're reaching the limits of what's possible. Food is now climbing, thanks to having spring again and having mushrooms coming in. It's really one of my most important resources because it's part of so many recipes. At this point, all of my mines have been upgraded too, so the raw materials are coming in, right? And we can still push more mines than over here, as we have the space for just all of that. Very nice. This time all 5 craftsmen, by the way, were able to make the test. Very nice. Fishing harbor and engine. Fishing harbor is something I would like to try out. Oh, it's not an upgrade to my fisher? Obviously it's not. Fishing harbor, yeah, makes fish. We have the resources for this. Holy cow, this is huge. Where could we squeeze this one in? By the cemetery. No, this one is so big that it's gonna be hard to find a place for it. Okay, it's also not possible here. Of course, we got a huge beach here where we have the water purification plant. So let's go ahead and get me my fisher going here. Just want to have this one here for the sake of it. It's a really cool looking massive building that we get out of this one. Now comes the quarry conveyor system. Actually, we need the conveyor system if we want to go for the quarry. Alright. And then we have the hydraulics with the sawmill. Let's go with the hydraulics first. I want to get that sawmill upgrade going. There it is, sawmill. And with that we have the lumber mills now. Where should we go with them? There's my lumber mill number 1 for the paper. There is one for the firewood. By the way, I haven't checked it in ages. Do we have firewood? I would be very surprised if we had firewood available right now. Yeah, a bit of it. It's fine though, because we can of course now upgrade my production. So let's go ahead and push this one for the lumber, and then we have one for the paper. So all 3 of them. And I can already see that we're gonna need some more craftsmen for this. Even though my paper starts to lag a bit. Now that's the hydraulics completed. Conveyor belt system would be now my next one. And then we have the sequential operations, and that all leads then into these. Like the greenhouse, for example. Indoor cultivation sounds crazy good, so we probably don't even need any fertility anymore. Advanced water pump and train station. That's interesting. And there it is. Looks more industrial now. And we have all 3 of them, so one is once again for lumber. And yeah, we could assign now a specialist. It's not required though, but of course it's advisable, I think. Then we have the firewood, and then we have our, paper. There you go. So that's rolling again. There's also, by the way, kitchen here that we could still use. Mushroom, fish, vegetable, water. Let's go with this. To push more, even though food is now, yeah, very good, but I want to go for 10,000, of course. Can't hurt to also start with another type of clothing, and that's the fine clothing. It's actually rather cheap in comparison. So the workwear that we have costs 4 input resources, whereas the fine clothing only costs me 10 leather and fabric. Let's go ahead and get the tailor going. So this is also a new product that we have for my, I think for my specialists then. And yeah, there it is, tailor. And the cool thing is, we can still squeeze in 2 more here. Oh, here, that's my tailor row actually, this one. So I'm gonna continue with that in the industry zone, all the way up here. And then probably this leads then into this area, and then down here again to this and into that. Nice. So here we now made the connection to go all the way down. Now we go for the petrol refinery finally. So this one here produces diesel and asphalt. We need asphalt especially for the highway system. Outside of that we cannot get this done. And we need the diesel of course for fuel. And also it can process rubber. Holy cow. We will need the petrol refinery quite a few times. So I would like to reserve a whole block just for this one. Probably not so close. We could have the petrol refineries here actually, right? Yeah, around that storehouse. Or in my heavy industry zone. What do we have here? That's my distilleries. I still would like to have, of course, another full row of distillery here. You just need to have this. And then we will have this road. This is a bit annoying. I cannot switch the road on the fly. There you go. This goes all the way down, right? And then we have this whole block now available for my refinery. There, let's also make this block. I can only work when we structure this one with roads first. And then we can put in now my petrol refinery. And I think we might do it like this. We cannot do it because there's a rock in between. Now we can. Does it need a road connection? Doesn't look like it. Let's place one. We can also check it out for the specialists now. So these are the highest tiers of population we have right now, and they would like to need yeah, they are going with the simple meal right now. Probably not particularly happy. Let's give them a fine meal, so this pushes their morale a bit. They need water, but it's really a small population right now, 2 people. So yeah, also water they need, and the precision tools I don't have yet. The rest is fine though, so these people are fine. Then we have our normal craftsmen. They're still living off simple food. We can only give them that, what we have. There's also nothing else here. And then we have the normal population. Okay. So this is all as it should be. Conveyor belt system researched. Next in line. Right away. Paper. We don't have paper left. Advanced distillery. Greenhouses. The train station. Industrial kiln. But I think the quarry with the warehouse would be my next goal here, because the warehouse is of course more space again, and the machinery is something we need for our trucks. So I need more paper. We're producing quite a bit though. I can of course still have my sawmill with the paper production. There it is. Assigned a specialist. Is this a lot? It's okay. 30 more paper per day. Almost 300 with that per day. Training completed. Yes, everybody passed. Thank you very much. And we should also have it finished. The petrol refinery coming along just now. That's going to be quite a dirty building, I reckon. And there we have it now, diesel. And oh, okay, diesel produces diesel and asphalt at the same time. And then we have a rubber that produces only rubber. So let's start with that. Of course, we're going to make this one. It needs a specialist to work. So that's the very first thing I can see here. And the rest is then just pushing it. Let's train 2 more specialists now. That's a lot of paper. And then we're gonna go in and have another one for the rubber that we also will need. So this makes it a bit easier, having 2 products coming out of that. Once again, we need a freight service here, and we're gonna work on that in this very episode. Holy cow, look at that. Isn't this a beauty? That's our very first fishing harbor. And yeah, we can now go in and say, produce me tons of fish. I mean, holy cow, that's a lot. It needs diesel as an input. So we'll just see if that is enough diesel. 13 people. That's also something I like to see, because we need to get rid of our people somehow. And this is now producing lots of fish, really. So that's, we're not even fully staffed here, right? Road connection is also required. Huh? It has a road connection. Oh, it's not connected up here. How very droll. Training completed. My specialists, we're gonna need them right away for the next petrol refinery. That is then here with the rubber. Energy is fine. There's more. A group of travelers is coming again. Screw them. Even though food, food could be fine. Let's go with the rubber. Not enough craftsmen. It works without craftsmen, by the way. So just the specialist required. And with that we produce now, out of sand and crude oil, rubber, my next resource. 2 more resources. I need more craftsmen. Where's my paper? Paper's looking okay. But we also need to research. Let's have another go at craftsmen. And then all the way down here. Not connected to the road network. What does this mean? Because it is connected. What's going on here? This is one road that goes in here. This one has connection to the road. Are you screwing with me? Like on the overlay it's there. Let's try it out again. Now it's working, okay. Now it's producing the 140 fish per day. A normal fisherman is 13 fish. I mean, holy moly. This is just unreal. That jump. It also counts for bio-waste, by the way. Like, we're producing 20 more bio-waste. 20 times more. In just one of them. And they're not even fully staffed yet. So now I can push in a few more craftsmen that we just trained. Right, to get 230 fish out of this per day. Of course, it consumes diesel, but we have a lot of that already. So. 22 workers would like to join. Yeah, let's accept them. Gonna push towards 1,000 people now. In the population of Sleepy Hollow. 1,500 paper. Gives me enough for the sequential operations. With that, we have the warehouses and the quarry and the machinery. I continue with a bunch more expansions now for Sleepy Hollow itself. So another block of housing here. And I said I wanted to push further than down to the south. So we're also going to do this just here. And another block then, or another row of houses here. Especially since we will definitely need a lot more space. That's this one. And then we are at the apiary. It's still the very first one, by the way. Still producing enough honey for us. And then more expansion into this area. Sawmill. Oh yeah, that would be quite a boost here. But I'd rather keep my specialists for really important things that we need. The pit has the upgrade. I would really like to do this. So let's upgrade all 3 major pits that we have over here. Right away. Oh, that's a lot of cement. Each one of them needs 378 cement. That's more than I had in store. Even though we were full on that. Shouldn't be a problem though, right? Where's my cement production? Should be in a kiln. Can we see the products? There you go. There's my cement. It's working though. There's more coming in, but it's being used right away for that quarry here. The other thing that we have now is the upgrade to my storehouse to the warehouse, and we can actually afford this as well. So let's go ahead and do this for these 2. Start with that. I might actually, it's very cheap honestly. Let's go ahead and have these here upgraded as well. So all 4 of my major storehouses now. We have another one here. Yeah. Let's also upgrade this one right away since we have the resources. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's the new quarry. This looks ridiculously good. What an upgrade, honestly. So this is now the clay. Oh, less workforce. And we need a specialist in here now to produce a whole bunch more. Then we have the stone. Do we need to have a specialist? Oh god, okay. Craftsman, yeah, fill it in, train them. This one's still waiting too. And then we have these here, but there's no upgrade yet. I think we have to detect for this already. Industrial kiln, there it is. Let's go ahead. Costs me the paper though, we need it for training too. Let's wait before we research anything further. Okay, there are the warehouses now. They look strange, honestly. So these are really, that's the new building, right? It's really just a steel structure that we have as the new one that gives me a whole bunch more. And as we can see, we have an up to 75,000 total storage right now. And in this Yeah, that's... No, this storage is 75,000. We have a total of 47,000. Almost 500,000 in total storage right now. Great stuff. And since we are actually getting full on the fair meal and the water again, I'm considering pushing this to 20,000 maximum storage now. The same goes with the water. Right, so this is really something we need to do. And I think coal is the other one that I want. So this is construction. Craftable? There's my coal. We're also full on that. That's great to see. Okay, got a few more specialists out now. Oh, the specialist doesn't help. We need the craftsman to absolutely make this work. But now all three of them are working again. Let's have a look at the normal quarry, because I always like to see. The normal pit produces 60 clay per day, right? And this one here is now at 63. That's a disappointment. Because this is now fully operational, right? It requires a specialist. It requires craftsmen, workers. It has no penalty right now. Fully powered. Fully powered. And it produces 3 more per day. This can't be right. This seems very wrong, right? So that's barely more. I would have expected at least twice as much. For the sand we produce 63 in the normal one. And it's 48 in the new one. And each one of them consumes 1,700 electricity, specialists and craftsmen. And it's barely more. No, sorry, this is not worth it. We're gonna demolish them. Unless I'm overseeing something here. These are absolutely ridiculously worthless to me. Let's go ahead and build me the normal pits again. And the thing about them is, you know, we can just place more of them because there is no requirement or anything. And we have the workforce, right? The only downside to them is they need more normal workforce, but we're stuffed with them. Next is now my machinery as my new product that I want to get, and for this we need more general workshops. So that's something we have done as a tier... Was it a tier 2? Yeah, there it is. Resources we have, so we will need a bunch of them anyway, right? I could have them in this area then. 1, 2, let's make it 3 additional ones. Keeping a bit of space here because I don't know if we need a highway into this area. We'll just check it out then. And there's also my pits now. All of them work again. Very good. One more I've added for the stone. And where's my sand? Because that's something. There you go. Sand is also positive again. We also have a burial demand, dire need for cemeteries. That's probably because so many people died. Of course not because of any mistakes, but it's work accidents, it's stuff like that. Cemetery, level 1. We have the level 2 one. And yeah, let's have it. Does it matter? It doesn't really matter. Let's have another one right here. And probably also here. Alright, so we got the cemetery row. Okay, got quite a few of these workshops now. Precision tools, supplies, that's gonna be very important. I think power tools. Do we have power tools? I don't see them up here. They should be in the product. Power tools. Oh, we're out of them. So I need to have at least one of them with the power tools as well. Alright. I could assign another one. And then I would like to start with the machinery now. And this needs steel, tin ingots, wire, a lot of them, and motors. The motors we produce. The major problem... Oh, it's 0.6 per day. The major problem here will be wire and tin. For this, let's have a look at my smelter again. We're lacking tin ingots. So there we have the tin rolling in. A specialist can help out with that a bit. Not too much though. The tin ore is already here. Upgraded as well. So yeah, I just need more mining facilities. More production that front. Can I... Okay, I could use another one here. I would like to do this. And then we're building another one up here now. And then another one here. Let's make sure that we get as many resources in as possible. The craftsmen are getting quite numerous at this point, and I would like to give them something in return. I would like to push them up to the fair meal now, so this will give them extra morale. We keep the extra distribution for now because we can afford it. The rest is also fine here. The specialists, still only precision tools, no clothing yet on that side. But we can still add specialists to these mining facilities to further push the output. And I can see that I will definitely need more paper. That's not enough. We do have the log surplus though. So let's have another sawmill working on paper. Where should we have you? Not anymore in here. Let's have them just beside my warehouses here. We still have those farms here. They're barely visible in autumn. In fact, we need a lot of new ore coming in. So the iron ore is also out. Let's go ahead and push. It's another 63 iron ore coming in per day. More strangers. 22 workers. This would push us. Yeah. There it is. We have over 1,000 people now in Sleepy Hollow. There's more craftsmen coming out. All of them. Very good. And let's also train 2 more specialists while we're at it. Next in line, this one. Oh, we need to analyze the depots again. Deposits. This one and this one. Okay, next in line would be copper most likely. That's also something that's dropping pretty hard. Also, they need a road connection, all of them. And then we have the mining facility. Do we have tin? We have tin close by. Very good. So this one also gets the craftsman in for the tin. And then we should have one more down here. This is already working now for the iron. There is 1 million available, right? Quite a lot. More copper ore, more coal. By the way, there are aesthetic assets in this game. So we have these trees here, for example, that we can have as a courtyard or something like that in here. There's also cobblestone. Then we have, yeah, some industrial assets. And that's about it though. Right, so not that much, but at least a bit. Next development, industrial kiln. In this case, we have the kilns over there with the glass production. Check it out with the products again and the bricks. Bricks we definitely don't need, but glass we actually have quite a consumption, right? So glass is only growing slowly. Let's have an upgrade here and just see how it goes. I'm only gonna upgrade one though this time because I'm still a bit shocked by the quarry. Okay, this one's actually pretty great. So the industrial kiln now produces 95 glass per day and it's not even fully staffed, and the normal one fully staffed produces 32. So even with that, it's already 3 times as much, and if we add a specialist, this is probably only gonna go up now as well. Very nice. So this is an upgrade that we can live with. This brings me now finally to the freight station. Now we'll just see, these guys here already need one, right? So these guys here would love to get it. For this we have somewhere, I left a bit of space available to get in, honestly. There it is. Yeah, this should be possible, right? Since we also have now the highway system. Let's check it out. There it is, right? So we can get the thing in here. And for this, I'm going to have my central freight station. Where should we have it, by the way? Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, also more trains. Okay, I cannot move my camera anymore when we... The water also needs the freight, but I think I'm gonna start with the industrial zone. It makes the most sense to me, right? So let's start with this one a bit further outside because it really requires a lot of space. So let's have this one somewhere here. There you go. And it will also need a road connection. That will be here to that area, and then of course here the connection with the industrial zone. This is a huge construction, by the way, so this will take some time. More specialists, and I would like to immediately also train more craftsmen again, 5 of them. And let's check out what else we could research. The water pump we have now. Ah, the greenhouse, that is something I like. Let's go ahead and get the greenhouse going. Perhaps this is the way to get mushrooms in permanently without seasonal changes. That would be great. We're still also, of course, scouting a bit the wasteland, but there's not much else I think that we could go for right now. So this is the first one, right? And then we need the freight depots. So these are the ones connecting it them. They have their own radius, as you can see. And having this one here, for example, would then grant me that freight bonus for all of these here, or freight bonus for all of these here, right? So if we have it somewhere here, these people here would then profit from this. So let's get this one going just here. Let's also make it a road connection. Right, and then we need the highway now. There it is. Oh, cannot make it like so? Really? Okay, the actual highway, look at that, is bigger than what the preview showed me. So the actual highway is one tile bigger. This is disappointing, right? The visuals... It's a bit misleading because I thought the highway would be the square that we have there. But if I paint it, then it's much bigger. Alright, what do we do now? What do we do now? We could get rid of this road here. This is just... It was so nicely planned out here. Okay, I'm not gonna give up here though. So we're gonna rebuild the workshops around the freight depot. And also close to the mining facility that also needs the freight services, right? So I'm gonna actually delete them here now. Because that's the only solution that comes to mind right now. Constructing them again is actually not that expensive. And now we can go ahead with the power tool again. There's then the freight service. Power tool number 2 it was for this guy here, right? And then we got this one here had the machinery that I also want to get going again. And this one here has machinery as well. There you go. So now they're working again, and now we have this space here. The thing with the highway is that it's really not easy to also make a curve, right? You can only go in a straight line, and if you have the intersection, you can actually make then a curve or something like that. But this is really, yeah, it's not as easy as the roads. Let's get the depot going now. So this one right here in the center will push all of them, as we can see, and all of them require the freight service to work, right? Yeah. Let's just hope we have no more bad surprises here. This one has then around it, and now we can go ahead and have then this one goes all the way up with all the asphalt that it needs. Holy cow, that's a lot. Building that first highway. Look at that. Oh, the bushes don't disappear. I hope they disappear. Then we need to be, I think, rather tight here, right? Look at that. Okay. I cannot place it on top of it, so I need to be... Really? This is also strange. Let's just check it out. I hope we can actually make it work like this. What is this? I cannot build it on top of it, so I need to actually build it before and just hope that it connects now. There is no other thing. Is it connecting? Please connect. And then we have the highway coming in here. Right. I think we have a connection. Okay, and then we have our central freight station now. Cement is a daily upkeep for it. We need to have a lot of people in here working. And then we need to build trucks. And those trucks cost engine, glass, steel, wire, and rubber. We don't have engines. Another product we need to get going now. I think we have researched it already. So we should have it somewhere. Machinery, it's not. But I'm pretty sure the engine comes out of that somehow. Okay, there's the engine actually. And it is part of the metalworks. So very low-tech industrial building actually that we have. And yeah, once again, need a bit of space for these. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my metalworks here. Let's have 2 more lined up in this area. We, by the way, continue with the final text that we have here. That's the inline combustion chambers. Now, there is nothing coming out of this, obviously, at first glance, right? It just says, manufacturing highly efficient combustion chambers will usher us into a new era of growth. Alright. I mean, no idea what this means, but let's go ahead and research it. Also, we need more diesel. Diesel that we have here. I should have another craftsman. There you go. But I will need more of that. There we have now our engine production. Motor production? We have, though. There it is. So there's now my engines. Okay, 2 engines per day. Holy moly, that's quite an input of wires, though, that we have out of this one. And this one here also goes with the motor. Right? Because we are lacking motors a bit. We consume them already. But I will need more wires. I can already see this. So that's something we need to get going. All craftsmen survived. Very good. Let's train more. And let's go in and produce more wires out of the metalworks. So that's another row of metalworks just here. This will, of course, once again, also increase my ingot consumption. And I hope that we have enough of this. There you go. Alright, there's the truck now. We should be able now to build them. Yes, each truck needs 1 engine, so we can already start with 3 trucks right away. Let's start the production. There you go. Exciting. The culmination of this game, of all of what we have achieved so far, is coming along here now in the freight station. Sorry for that, I'm not a native speaker and I always mispronounce freight or freight. There you go. We have the next craftsman ready now. Let's train them again. This development takes a lot of time this time around. Lack of staff? What is this? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna push too many craftsmen in here. I don't see the reason for this, honestly. Let's wait for this. There they are. Finished. Oh, they need then people. And those people now drive the trucks to the central station here. And we can now assign a bus to it. There you go. Needed capacity is 500. 1 bus makes 100. Alright, so I'm gonna assign 3 more to this. And there they are. I did not expect to see them, honestly. This is just crazy. That's really nice, because this adds a whole bunch of new life to this game. I love it. I love it. We got the trucks now rolling. Quite a lot of them too. Oh, there's even traffic lights here, right? So they have to stop, get onto the junction, and then continue onwards. And this, of course, solves now one problem, and that is the freight operational services. They are now activated. So all of these buildings here produce now more than before. At least I hope so. Right? Because I don't have... Let's just check it out. This one... Oh, we reached maximum capacity anyway. What's the radius for this one, by the way? It's huge. It's nice. It's okay. Right? So it affects the whole industry zone now with that. And with that, we should have general more output, right? And they're then delivering it back home again. We could also take it over for free roaming. Okay, so we can drive. We can drive it now. Yeah. Why not? That's a nice detail for this game. So far so good. I hope you enjoyed this one. New cycle onwards. Stay tuned.